also interesting what has come up. If you think, I don't know if we do so much of that in our division, A, you know it is being done, and B, it is achievable. Somebody else is doing it. What's stopping you? So that's about focusing on the good stuff, on the appreciation. However, when we say we do need to make changes, we need to go about making those changes with a logical process in place. And I've just raised 5 questions, and I think these are the questions that whenever we do anything, we should be asking what, why, what, who, when, and how. They are such simple questions, but I'm grade 5, you know that. Impromptu speech, just think of covering 5 things. You sometimes get overwhelmed and you say, we've got to make so many changes. But first of all, you need to decide why do we need to make a change. And it's common things in the marketplace. It could be that perhaps we feel we're losing market share. We're not as visible. Our competitors are becoming more aggressive. Or because there's a change of staff or a change of environment, or we need to become more technical. It could be a whole list of reasons. But I just want to share with you a very interesting case study. We were called in, it's about 2 years ago, by a major software company, and they were celebrating 25 years of business in the industry. And they were market leaders, but they started to notice, because of their aggression in the marketplace, that other people were sitting up and taking notice, and their competitors were becoming more active. Even in things like media campaigns, they were advertising more, and they suddenly seemed to be sort of in their turf. So they decided, instead of being complacent and saying, wow, we have 25 years under our belts, let's say, what are we going to do for the next 25, and what do we need to do differently? Because everything around us is changing, and we need to change ahead of that. So they called us in, and we started by actually looking at what was going well. And I said, you know what, if this is broken, we're not going to fix it. So let's focus on what is going well. And we started chatting to the shareholders, the board members, the executive team, all the staff, and we then also started speaking to customers. We then went another step, and we said we want to talk to staff who have left here in the last 2 years, and we want to talk to customers who have stopped using your service. We also want to talk to customers where you've tendered and you haven't got the business, because we want to know why they didn't go with you. Now that is brave, and that is a learning mechanism. Putting yourself out there and saying, so what haven't we done and what do we need to do? And it was the most fascinating process. What was also fascinating was watching the staff in the change and how they felt about it. Because not all the staff were delighted with the fact that we wanted to talk to people who used to work with them, who were now elsewhere, out there. And perhaps they would say bad things about the time and the organisation. Not all of them had leave things or exit interviews when they left the company. But it was an amazing process to be involved in. And we learned so much about change and how to do it and how to instrument the change and how to manage each person individually. Because we all take something different out of that change. Some of us love it. Some of us, if we walk in on a Monday morning and the painters are there and they've moved our desk, it's like, well, I can't work this week. My desk's been moved. Or I've got somebody new next to me. Or my region has been changed. Or I've got a new boss. They don't cope well with those changes. But we need to always start with the same things, asking those 5 questions.